1, 2, 3, clap.
Alrighty. Welcome back to the long-awaited return of the legends themselves. We decided that, we were just too good. We were too good for the people that we had to take a break because we didn't want to make other podcasts look bad.
Couldn't make them
All right,
nut.
that's all it was.
Yes.
So we are back with our lovely hosts. Me, the great Pengu. Our always high friend, Spectre.
Wait, huh?
And finally, our most gracious host who loves watching pornographic anime, Pika Crew.
I'm here. I wasn't paying attention. What?
And then today we have a very special guest. Spectre, why don't you introduce them?
This man is the legend, the one and only, the man called Devin. Some may know him as Poe, some may know him as the Panda, but many know him as the Fat Ass. But you may call him Devin.
Hello!
Me personally, I wouldn't take that, but that's just me.
Yeah.
Everything about me is like just fat, so it's just like it's fine.
I'm dead.
I put hashtag fat on like everything. That's all me.
That's all me.
Thank you guys for having me.
Of course.
Yeah. When girls come up
You
to you,
signed the contract, right?
shit.
We don't
You
talk
signed
about
the
that.
contract?
NDAs?
Hell yeah.
You signed your soul over to the V-Boys?
Yeah, for a whole year?
I signed a contract to tell you I shouldn't tell you about signing a contract, so I can't tell you about it.
Damn, could have been me.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Only happens to Devin.
Honestly,
I don't know why.
fair.
I just like locked up whenever we started. just like I
locked
was so
up.
excited. I actually got like nervous. I don't know why. I don't know why, but I just locked
We're
up.
big time, kid. If you fuck up, you're going down.
Big feel scary, bro. You guys were like all cool and stuff, and I'm just like, hi. You know what I mean? All right. Show.
Shoot.
Show.
So, serious
Serious
issue, guys. Real quick, serious issue.
I swear to God,
Yeah.
bring the fucking crabs up.
It wasn't 1 billion, it was 11 billion.
Oh my
hate
fucking
you.
God,
I
a
hate
red
you,
lobster,
dude.
bro. I've already told you where they went.
Why? How did you know?
Have you never
11
seen Bikini
billion
Bottom, bro?
Alaskan
At least one of
snow
them.
crabs suddenly disappear.
Dude, people got fucking hungry.
It makes I want to repeat what I said earlier. Like, it makes no sense to me. Are they in a warehouse and they just crawled out, or they were on a boat and it
Wait, how do we
flipped?
know how many are missing?
Who released them?
Earlier
Do they feel
Earlier
bad?
this month, Alaska announced that they had canceled the entire snow crab harvest for the year. The reason? Nearly 11 billion crabs had suddenly disappeared from the Bering Sea.
What the fuck?
They all went
Bro,
to
this
Hawaii
is-
and they're doing the crab
This
dance.
is just an attempt to make the crabs more expensive.
Honestly, could
11
be.
billion crabs, where'd they go? They ain't in the sea no more.
What happened
Bro,
if
They
Sponge-
fucking got abducted by aliens.
What happened if they actually
It'd be-
found like a new spot nobody's ever seen before, and it's just all crabs there?
It's just all crabs. All
No,
crabs.
they should do a SpongeBob episode where they finally introduce Mr. Krabs' family, and
Oh
that's
my
where they
God.
all went. That'd
That's
be
where they
such a
all
dope
went.
episode. Such a dope episode.
Didn't they stop making SpongeBob? Isn't it the spin-off show now, the Patrick Star Show?
I heard that
What
that
the
is not doing well
fuck?
at all.
Probably
Dude,
not, dude. I
Look,
swear to God,
Nickelodeon has tried this twice, alright? With this being the second time. The first time they had Planet Sheen, they tried to make the comedic side character a main character. It doesn't work.
bro,
Who
a
is she
lot
again?
of media.
Oh, you talking about that
The
guy.
Ultra Lord guy.
You talking about the guy who taught everybody that, hey, you can put your leg behind your head for the very first time in your life.
In the fucking movie when the parents disappear and they're all doing the stuff that they weren't allowed to do before, and his big thing is peeing in the shower.
Jesus Christ! Yeah, I remember that one.
That's so crazy. That's like,
In the shower.
I don't even remember
completely
that. That's
forgot
crazy
that
how
was
much
a
of a norm
reference.
that is.
Damn, that's an old shit, bro.
Bro, I used to watch that movie all the time because my mom was a hairstylist. And when she didn't have anybody to watch me, she would just take me to this hair salon with her. And I would sit in the kids' chair, and they had a TV with, like, the first season of SpongeBob and the Jimmy Neutron movie. And I would just watch the Jimmy Neutron movie every time.
Speaking of which, Timmy Turner and the Jimmy Neutron like mashup. You guys remember that?
Power
That was a
Hours?
heat.
The Jimmy Timmy Power Hour.
That shit
Oh,
was
so
fire.
good. So good. Underrated. I miss when they do collabs like that. Like when Disney Channel did That's So Sweet Life of Hannah Montana or something like that, and then Cartoon Network did the Ben 10 and Generator Rex. Like I miss.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
They couldn't do that with
They made
Fairly
it
Odd.
good too, and they made it good, not
They-
just like, oh
they-
my god, are you that one guy from that one show? Yes,
Yeah.
I am that one guy from that one show. Oh my god, we are friends now. Like, no.
It made. I love how it always felt like they were in the same universe. Like and they're
Mm-hmm.
actually normally interacting for the first time. So it's.
They
cool.
couldn't do that with Fairly Odd Parents again because they ruined that show when they first introduced Poof, and then there was the other. There's the other Godchild. Apparently, I never actually watched that far, and
yeah, the
apparently
little
there was a fairy dog too.
Yeah.
Fairy dog.
Fairy
Bro, the whole
dog.
fairy
What?
Sense out of context.
I never.
I used to-
The Fairy Odd
I used
Parents
to-
had kids.
I used to have a Fairly Odd Parents video game for the original Xbox, and that shit was fire.
What's crazy is I feel like I know what you're talking about too. I'm gonna look that up right now.
There was a Fairly Odd Parents video game for the original Xbox, and that shit was fucking fire.
Okay, now that we're
Why did I
back
type
on the
Phineas and
topics.
Ferb?
All right, Devin, can you tell us what you do?
I am a part-time YouTuber, part-time Playboy,
He's a porn star.
part-time entrepreneur. I host conventions of this new anime called Healer, and
Oh my god.
we have a lot of fans. A lot of fans.
A lot of
Um,
fans.
Yeah, it's very lucrative. I tell you, you should watch it. It's about just being in high school and just the daily struggle of being a teenager or whatever. But it's like really good pacing. You should watch it though.
I'm so
I see.
confused. Like, this bit has gone 360 degrees. I don't know where it's going at this point. Like, I was with the bit until like it's not a high school struggle.
You know what?
Like,
I can fix this. I can fix this. Hey, Devin,
Go.
have you heard of corn?
God damn it.
It's a pretty big thing where he comes from.
That actually threw me off. Can we explain
Corn
that?
joke,
Should we
bro.
explain that, or should that just be an inside joke?
We'll just leave the people confused. Leave the people confused.
So
It's just Ohio things, guys. It's just Ohio things.
It's just so funny. I'm
Yeah,
looking
just
up this
corn is
Fairly Odd
strictly in
Parents.
Ohio.
I didn't even realize we went off on a tangent like that. Fairly Odd Parents.
We really did.
Bro, Nickelodeon used to have some fire fucking shows, dude. Invader Zim.
Yeah.
Did you guys ever see that show Cat Scratch?
No.
Cat scratch.
There was the three cats, and they were like the cats of some rich lady who was like never there, and they just did all kinds
That
of wacky shit.
That sounds extremely dumb.
Oh, yeah, I love that show.
And
I love
there
that show.
was a white one with orange
awesome.
spots. There was a black one, and there was a gray one. And the gray one was really fucking stupid.
Oh, now I know what you're talking
Yeah.
about. Now I know this anime. Oh, not this anime. This anime. This absolute anime. No.
Top
forget
10
it.
anime.
I now know.
Cat
I
Scratch.
now know what it is.
That
First
show
I
was
like,
so
"Oh,
good.
what?"
That show was so good. And I remember there used to be a game on the Nickelodeon website that was like, you guys know the Worms games? Where you have the groups of worms and you're trying to kill the other people's worms with the random funny fucking weapons.
I'm not familiar with
I
that one.
have returned. And
Water.
Yeah, you talk about that worm game where they have weapons and shit, and they keep shooting at each other.
Where you have each person, there can be 4 players, and each player has a team of worms, and you're trying to eliminate all of the other players' worms with goofy weapons.
Yeah, I know that game.
Wait a second, that
Yeah.
sounds more and more familiar. What's the name of that?
Worms.
Is it just called Worms?
Yeah.
Yes.
Is this what I think it is? Yeah. Okay. I've never played
Well-
it though. I don't think.
There was a game on the Nickelodeon website that was pretty much that, but with the Cat Scratch characters,
Oh, that
and that was fun as fuck.
sounds a little doofy, but I'm here for it.
Bro, that was
Dude.
just a whole nother era with fucking the Cartoon Network too, with like Ed, Ed and Eddie, and the fucking
still
Cartoon
do
Network
games?
website games.
Do they
I
still
don't
do
know.
games for shows anymore?
I don't know, but there used to be such good fucking games. Like
Well, I think a lot of that
there's
died when,
there's an Ed, Ed and Eddie Demolition Derby game that was fun as fuck.
I think a lot of that died when Adobe died. When Flash finally,
Well, I mean, there is still a way to play Flash games
There
because
is, but no one
new-
really makes them.
Newgrounds, their whole thing was Flash shit. So when Flash died, they made their own Flash player.
Yeah, which is smart.
Because
now,
that was their
you can't
whole
find
fucking business.
You can't find any of like the majorly crazy ones there was.
Yeah.
There used to be you go on any site like CartoonNetwork.com.
Well, now you can just make HTML games.
True.
HTML games?
Yeah, games using the HTML coding for web browsers.
They're not too bad.
Since we were on the conversation of Cartoon Network, you guys remember? I just want to talk about the biggest flop ideas of Cartoon Network for me. It was the Ben 10 trilogy remake, constant, whatever the heck it is. Like how you had the original Ben 10, and then you had the Ben 10
The original
Omniverse or
Ben
whatever.
10 was fire as fuck.
Fire. I actually liked the other one. Like when they get older, I liked that one, and everything after that, I hated it. Everything after that, hated it.
I don't know why they kept changing it.
I don't know. I just don't like the new stuff Cartoon Network's doing, where they're taking their old shit and making it like
As new
poop
shit.
jokes.
Yeah.
Everything's just fucking like poop jokes and shit.
Okay.
Like fucking Teen Titans Go. People are starting to say,
that
"Oh,
is
now
so dumb.
now that we've given it a chance, it's actually pretty good." Like, no, the fuck it ain't. Fuck
It
off.
really
I
isn't. Like the
hate
original
watch that
Teen
show.
Titans taught life lessons, but in actual good form.
Bro, the
There was a
original
whole
Teen
episode
Titans
on
made you fucking
racism.
cry.
Yeah, there was a whole fucking episode on racism that dealt with it fucking silently.
And fucking Beast Boy fell in love with that girl Tara, and she fucking
And then it
died.
That? Oh, bro, don't
Yeah.
talk about terror. I'm getting emotional. Don't talk about terror,
Good in
bro.
the actual show.
But yeah, and it was good animation, good fights, good story, characters that like what's there was another one that came out. Young Justice is the only thing I could compare that to.
Bro, Young
like-
Justice, that was so
Justice.
good. I'm still
I
upset that
actually
that got
enjoyed that
canceled.
one.
Sam.
Teen
The
Titans,
difference
Young
between the
Justice.
two right here. The difference between the two. Serious, jokingly, ha ha ha, funny.
I mean, the first
And then
one's still
just-
funny though.
Yeah, the first
It
one was
had
funny,
humor.
but
It was funny.
the problem was it wasn't just funny. It taught things. Like you could
Yeah.
just sit there, you could listen to it. Like now, I mean, I've seen people do whole reviews on episodes themselves. Where they
Bro.
just go back and watch an episode.
Yeah.
Speaking of games and shit too, the fucking Teen Titans fighting game,
Oh my gosh, yes.
that was so good.
So many of those
Remember
games
that?
were
I'm just
god
googling
tier.
a whole bunch of stuff.
Dude, it's worthwhile, man. Honestly, I just like going down memory lane with this shit. Like Spectre,
And the
he's wanting to play some old school retro games.
Yeah.
And
There-
I'm like,
there is
yo,
a-
you wanna
there's-
do it, let's do it.
There's a really in-depth Ben 10 game on the Cartoon Network website too. I forget what it was called, but you had to switch to different aliens in different areas to solve different puzzles to get through and fight enemies and shit.
Yeah,
I know
yeah,
exactly
yeah.
what you're talking about. Yes, sir. Oh, I missed that one. Man, I'm just getting nostalgic right now. I love
And
this.
then Ed, Edd and Eddie games were really good too. Just all of the ones they did. They had the fucking Jawbreaker thing where you had to make a contraption to get Jawbreaker from one spot to another. They had the fucking Demolition Derby Ed, and Eddie game. They had the fucking Ed and Eddie food fight game. Oh my god, there is some fire fucking
Yeah,
games.
that's what I was about to put in.
Oh
there.
no, that's
Fucking,
not
have you ever
that.
played that? Y'all
That's
ever
not
played-
that's
Bro.
not what I was talking about when I was bringing up the Ben 10
Yeah, of
thing.
course.
But that
Yeah.
Ever played Fusion?
I don't think I've ever actually played that.
Bro,
Okay, neither did
you
I, but I
missed
saw him
out.
playing it. It was hype.
Missed out. That was such a fun game, guys. I'm telling you, it was so fun.
It had the
Just
adult
going
Bro,
girls.
just look. Just looking at the characters in there, bro. Fucking Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, dude.
Yes,
right.
it's
Code
yeah, it's all
Codename
the
Kids
original
Next
and, like, new
Door.
ones. Yeah, so
Oh my fucking god.
if I'm not mistaken, I really don't remember exactly how it starts, but it's pretty much you make your own character. You go in this big open world that's just a whole bunch of Cartoon Network references, and you get quests from the main characters, and you go out and fight like I guess you call them like mini bosses or whatever, the evil versions, and then there are also like unique monsters that are thrown throughout. So like in certain areas, there are like certain levels, and you get stronger and like that. And they had cool mounts, cool like clothing. It was such a fun game. Such a fun game. You guys missed out.
Dude, honestly.
No,
I
I
remember
think
I did.
I think around that era I was too busy playing AQ Worlds.
My dad and mom told me all the time that this was just a virus. It was just a virus. It was just a virus.
It's just a fire.
It's like, it's not, Dad. I promise. I've seen people play the game. It's a virus.
Just like every
YouTube's
parent
a
that's just
virus.
paranoid.
YouTube's
Yeah,
a virus, son. Like my dad constantly complains. My TV's fucked up because we have YouTube on it. No, it's not.
my parents are the same. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, no, that era, I was too busy playing things like Adventure Quest Worlds and shit. The fucking browser-based MMOs.
Let me see. Did Nickelodeon have banger games? What am I talking about? Yes, they did.
Yeah,
What am I talking
they
about?
had 4D checkers.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
apparently.
crazy.
They had 4D checkers.
That's crazy.
That shit was fucking crazy. And then they had the fucking cat scratch fucking worms type game and shit. Nickelodeon had some fire games too.
They had.
I think the only one that was lacking was Disney Channel, but that was because in that era Disney Channel was doing a bunch of live action stuff.
Oh, dude, I'm gonna tell you about Disney Channel games.
Disney Channel's live action era was good too. That's
I'm
So
gonna-
Raven, fucking
I'm gonna
Wizards
tell
of
you this right
Waverly
now.
Place.
Yeah.
I'm gonna rank them. Disney number 1, Cartoon Network number 2, Nickelodeon number 3. I'm telling you, in that order
Okay,
of when it comes to
okay.
games. When it comes to
Okay, there
games,
we
my
go.
guy,
There
and
we go.
quality. You go Disney Channel.
That's
I'm
fair.
just-
That's honestly fair. That's honestly
What about GX though?
I will say that
Cartoon
they weren't as
Network had
ambitious.
Chowder.
That is true. That is true.
Bro,
Or
Like
fucking
Chowder was like
Chowder.
absent humor.
I'm not your boyfriend. I'm not your boyfriend.
what's
Dude, I literally remember seeing a thing that said Chowder's coming back, and then it was just a little Nas X video. And I was like, God fucking damn it.
They can't bring Chowder back. They actually ended it with the canonical ending where Chowder grew up.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah. He sat there and said, I think was it no? He either said please or no for so long that he just grew up.
Oh, that's disgusting. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
What the fuck?
They just make them just taller. This is gross. What was the show before its time? Flapjacks. I feel like if Flapjacks came out right
Oh my
now,
Bro.
in today's like meme era time, bro,
There
it
were
would
so
be on a
many
whole
shows
nother
that were
level.
way ahead of time. Invader Zim was one of them.
Yeah, it was just because you said Chowder's what it made me think of Flapjack. But yeah,
Flapjack, was
Flapjack
pretty
came out
good, too.
now, bro. Only because it wasn't Flapjack creeped me out, but it was
Yes.
it was because of that, like the randomness, the creepy like up close shots of faces. I feel like that's just like the perfect thing for nowadays to come out. It was just
Come
weird.
with me. We'll go and see a place called Candied Island.
Yeah, and we live in a
Who needs
whale,
Candy
and I
Island?
live
It's
with a
safer
blue
at the
thing.
docks, but there ain't
Yeah.
no stream of sody pop go dripping down the rocks. It's dangerous and risky,
Dude,
but
how did the
adventurous
whale
and free.
like never eat them? Like,
Adventure,
honest
that's
to
the
God.
life for me. Lollipop trees and a lemonade sea. That doesn't sound very good to me. The misadventures of Flapjack.
And they had that fucking one guy at the candy bar.
Yeah.
Oh yes, yeah. Well, how did he talk? How
And
did he
his
talk?
candy wife.
Do you guys remember how he talked? He's like, yes, or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome, Flapjacks. It was nice. I don't know, something like that. He talked in a very creepy way. I think he was my favorite character, low-key.
Oh yeah. Dude, he was just generally pretty funny.
There's-
Wait a second.
I just remember there's a whole episode dedicated to a guy who came in with a hot air balloon who fell in love with the whale.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Dude, I think I
She had to
have a
let him
faint
down
memory of
easy.
that. I just came up with an idea, with a thought. The Candyman, right? He was a creepy old dude that owned a candy store, and he always lures people to go meet his wife, a candy person. And usually, if you do get too close, you always get stuck to it. You remember that? Remember, like if you touch it or something like that, you get stuck to it. So isn't that kind of suspicious? A little suspicious. I call it sus. Old man leading children in to have some nice candy. Wasn't there also like a weird dentist character in there or something like that?
I believe so.
I don't remember.
My mom looking at crazy shit right now, bro.
All I know,
old
I have a
classic
weird
era
story.
cartoons and shit.
I have a weird story, and we can move on from it. Whenever I think I was in elementary school, we had something called summer camp. Every summer, it was just you just show up back to your school and you just have fun or whatever. And they would have every Wednesday would be a movie day to go out to the theater, and they would bring all the kids. For some reason, they only played Flapjacks for 2 months straight, and it was the only episode where they go to Adventure Island. So I had that episode ingrained in my brain, like a little bit.
You just brought up camp, and that reminded me of another show. Which thinking about that show just reminded me of another show. Did you guys ever watch
Camp
Camp
Laszlo?
Laszlo?
Oh my gosh.
Not and
I actually
thinking of
should
that
go-
one. Thinking of that one made me remember another one. Did you ever watch My Gym Partner's a Monkey?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah,
Ah.
That shit
If I'm
was
not
so
mistaken, I think I hated the
dumb.
monkey. If I'm not mistaken, yeah, I hated the monkey.
Yeah, he was a dick. Yeah, the monkey was a dick like 24/7.
He was an annoying selfish monkey.
He was pretty much
To be
Jake
fair, he
before
was a
Jake.
monkey.
There's the shark that had the water headphones.
To be
That
fair,
was
though,
a
he
bully.
was an actual monkey.
Let me.
Oh, wasn't the reason why the kid goes to that school? is
Because his
his
last name was
Lion?
Lion. Yep.
Yeah,
His
it's
name
such a
was
dumb-
Adam Lion.
It's a
Really?
dumb concept,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
That's the entire reason.
That's actually funny. I didn't even know that.
I mean, low key, he could have transferred to a different school.
He couldn't have. That's the issue.
Damn.
He tried to like multiple times during the show, but they just like rejected him under the pretense that he was probably an animal.
That was like premium era cartoons.
I'm trying to look up
Bro.
like a Cartoon Network like list specifically. You guys ever watch Powerpuff Girls?
Dude, oh
I
yeah.
actually did.
Dude, okay. Hold up. Okay, about Power
I-
Girls.
I-
Let's be a side tangent. Let me bring this up right now. There was an episode where this Blossom falls in love with this one kid in her classroom. The dude who wrote the show self-inserted
self-insert.
himself so he can get with Blossom.
Oh yeah. That
You guys remember the Powerpuff Girls movie?
was so
I do not.
I don't remember it. Do you guys remember the first episode of the
Mojo
show?
Mojo Jojo made himself huge, and they had like a big King Kong scene and shit.
I think I watched it though. I'm pretty sure I watched it. But you guys remember the first episode of Powerpuff Girls? The best episode there ever was of Powerpuff Girls? When they went to school for the first... I think it was the first episode, but it's when they went to school for the first time and they were playing tag. Remember tag? I need you guys not... No, you guys aren't responding fast enough. I need
The only-
to look
the-
up tag.
The only episode I really remember was they had like boy versions of the Powerpuff Girls.
That was some,
The Rowdy Rough Boys.
that was a scene
Yeah.
in the movie.
Damn straight.
Oh yeah.
Dude, they literally had the fucking definition of Satan in the show.
Do you guys remember this?
Oh yeah, that was creepy.
Remembers this?
Oh, fucking Codename Kid
Kids
Next
Next Door?
Door. Yeah, we just
Yeah.
talked about that a few
Codename,
minutes
yeah,
ago.
Codename Kiss. Another fucking game that was really good. It was like find the objects, and it went through like the different Cartoon Network areas, and you were like time limited.
What the fuck? I don't remember that.
Bro,
one.
Penguin...
That was another
Penguin is
good
just
fucking
like-
game on. I used to play the fuck out of all those games.
He's elevating me right now. I'm not in my chair anymore, and I'm not standing. Figure it out.
Man, it's like I am.
But there was like,
Yeah,
I
there
want
you
to say
go.
there was like Dexter's Lab. You had the Codename Kid Next Door place. I forget
Hated
what else
Dexter's
there
Lab.
was, but you had to find the objects in each of the areas to make a device to save the world, and
Wait,
you were time
You
limited.
hated Dexter's Laboratory?
It was a point.
Dexter's
and click.
Lab-
I hate those things.
Okay, let me see. Before I even say it, I want to make sure it's
Yeah.
on. It was on Cartoon Network. Let me see.
Dexter's Lab, yeah.
Yeah.
No,
but
no, no, not
then
that- not that one.
Eventually, I would say eventually it went to Boomerang, which was a subsidiary of Cartoon Network made for the younger audiences.
Yeah, Boomerang took over all of the classic Cartoon Network shows like Johnny Bravo and Dexter's Lab.
I still remember the fucking noise that they'd play every time they get that logo. Bam, 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 or the fucking. God, I can't replicate it, but like you know the noise.
Yeah, my least favorite, and I found it. My least favorite: Dexter's Lab, Johnny Bravo, and Cat Dog. Hated those three.
Cat, that was a nice one.
Those were the classic.
I know everybody
those
likes
were like,
Cat Dog. I don't.
Those were like the ones that were
Wasn't
just
the
before
joke
my
so
time, so I never actually watched them. But
Samurai Jack Sleeper. I'm no Kizzy. You could
The Grim
right
Adventures
now.
of Billy and Mandy.
Oh,
So
fire,
good.
fire.
Dude, that's fire, dude. Everyone knows that's fire.
That was such a fire
Bro.
show. The original
Dude,
Scooby Doo.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Dude.
Wait, which
Okay,
which
I will
Velma.
say,
favorite?
I will say, not Velma, the other newer one, Mystery Incorporated was really good.
That was really good, yeah. No, but fucking, dude, it reminds me of like the fucking thing they did for Looney Tunes, where they brought them back and they made them like mainstream teenagers, or like adults. They had Daffy and Bugs living together.
Oh yeah.
They had like modern humor. It was generally
That was good.
pretty good.
Oh,
It was, like,
I love
underrated.
that show. I know exactly what you're talking about. I love that show. Actually,
It was
I
generally
actually
got excited to
remember
watch
him-
that.
It
I
was
remember
so
you
good.
seen that when you were my roommate at the time. Like you watching that shit pretty well.
Oh, shoot.
You guys remember Rocco's Modern Life?
don't I remember Rocco?
Yeah.
Rocco's.
Rocco's
you
Modern
do.
Life.
Okay, but like, I mean,
not that
Pegu, that Looney Tunes, like, sure, it might have been bad, but you cannot post a fucking gif of Lola Bunny.
I think I've only
Dude,
watched 2
listen, bro.
episodes of that.
Listen.
You cannot
Look.
post a gif of Lola Bunny and say anything about something being garbage.
No, I
I'm
never
gonna
said
say-
it was garbage. I said it was good.
I'm gonna
Oh, did you say it was
actually
good? I wasn't
I
paying
said it
attention.
was good. Dude, I said it was good.
I wasn't paying attention.
Dude, who do you think my first fucking like boner was for fucking the thing?
Okay,
Lola
alright.
Bunny, dude. Space Jam, all right?
Like,
I'm willing to out myself
I'm not.
here and
I'm not a furry, but Lola Bunny.
there's something
in
bro.
Space Jam though.
I
Dude,
don't care
I'm here now.
about
Look,
the
look at her, bro. Okay, hold up.
I don't care about the smart. I just wanted
I
the
was
bunny.
looking it up.
I'm sorry. Look at this woman as absolute unit.
Lord.
This
Absolute
fucking-
unit.
I
They
was
made her
never-
way too sexualized for kid audiences.
Nah, mine.
I will
It
say
wasn't
though,
anything
isn't that a big character change they did with Lola Bunny? Wasn't she
They-
actually just like a super like a hot character, and they just
Oh,
made
yeah.
her like they turned her
That's-
into like a
that's the
ditzy
new,
ditzy
Lola Bunny, I
airhead.
believe.
And I'm gonna tell
They
you,
turn- They turned her
her
into like a ditzy
character-
airhead.
yeah, like her and Bunny, they have a great back and forth because she's really dumb, but because of that, she's really funny. And she has that weird thing where like dumb characters have smart moments. So it's just I don't know. She's a good character. I actually like her. I think Daphne's the worst, but I like her though.
Talk about surprisingly smart moments. I never realized it until I saw a fucking like tweet set about it earlier. But Thor from the Marvel, like the Avengers shit, is actually smart as fuck.
Really?
Oh yeah.
That Thor?
Like you don't expect it, but like he actually knows what the fuck he's talking about, and he actually says some really smart shit. You just don't pay any attention because he's
It
not the
sounds
character
like
you'd expect.
jungle. Yeah.
That is true. Yeah.
Hey guys, how would you feel if Jack Black played as
Yes.
Allfather?
You don't
Yes,
have to finish the
Jack
sentence.
Black.
Just yes.
Just Jack Black in general, bro. I'd gladly just go watch a movie of Jack Black just sitting there talking to me.
No, like,
Like, I'd gladly watch that
like
movie.
the official fucking, Thor, Iron Man. Iron Man's dead though, but it's just Jack Black. in
No,
there.
apparently he's coming back. That is entirely false,
Yeah,
Spencer.
yeah,
He is
apparently that's
coming
coming
back.
back.
In the new movie, they even made a joke about, surviving from death's a big insurance fraud thing, Mr. Shark.
But apparently the next phase of Marvel, they're gonna make Captain Marvel the face of Marvel and the Avengers.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Bro,
God.
okay, let me say this right now.
No.
Let me say this right now. This has been happening in the comics thing forever now, but DC and Marvel used to be number one at comics. Used to be. Now, for you to say that, you are making a hilarious joke that's not even funny. It's awful. They have gone full woke. And I have said this
Full
before.
Oh
many
yeah,
times.
they have.
You go full woke, you go full broke. Like, they had G.I. Joe with this very, very overweight.
Didn't they make a gay
girl.
Superman?
Oh yeah, no, they made not Clark Kent, Jonathan Kent bi. He is bi. Which to be fair, I'm not. That's not the big thing. That's kind of eh. But they go out of their way to make like fucking what's that one they made? Fuck, should I find it real fast?
Wait, are you
There's
Fucking
one-
Marvel.
Pingu. Are you
There's
talking-
what's his name? Silver is it no Iceman from DC? He was originally like that. So it was like nobody really cared because it was just like, all right, that's just who he is. But it's just like nowadays, I feel like everything has to have like that thrown into every character just for the inclusivity of it, instead of just making new characters that are already like that. They're changing the original characters to be like that.
These are two Marvel characters. This is
Yeah, I've
Snowflake
seen
and
that.
Safe Space.
Can we toss them in the trash, by any chance?
We cannot. That's New Age comics.
I also heard that they're taking the X-Men character Nightcrawler and turning him into a new version of Spider-Man.
What's the fucking point of that? That's so dumb.
Yeah, I don't.
Like,
They're
Nightcrawler was his
like
own
he's gonna be
character.
like they're gonna call him the Uncanny Spider-Man.
Stop.
Bro, can
right
you
now.
fucking okay, look. Okay, I'm gonna say this. Miles Morales and Gwen Stacy, great Spider-Man.
Those are great. Amazing.
100%.
Fire.
Smooches.
Love it.
Fucking Spider-Ham. Perfection. All right, but fucking all this other bullshit they're trying to throw in for inclusivity is just garbage. It's just inclusivity for the sake of inclusivity. There's no point in it.
They're just. It feels like they're just doing it for money to keep an audience and all that
That's
stuff.
all it
just
is.
get their- It's not genuine. It just doesn't feel genuine. That's just
A lot of fucking media is getting bad like that now. Like, have you heard what people are complaining about now?
What?
The native Hawaiian girl they cast to play Nani in the live-action Lilo and Stitch apparently isn't dark enough.
Excuse me?
What?
That makes 0 sense.
All of Twitter has been blowing up all day because not just Nani, but the guy they cast to play David, both of which are native Hawaiians, are not dark enough.
I'm just tired of not being able to look on the TV and see myself, honestly. Like, every time, bro. Dude,
I'm looking
I swear
at the
to God,
picture.
dude, I watch the horrible shows. Like,
But see, they're getting mad about that, but they don't have any problem when they announce that Detective Cobra Bubbles is going to be a female.
I don't know who that
Cobra
is.
Bubbles, he was the big CPS agent detective guy.
Oh, in the movie. No. Yeah,
Yeah.
this guy.
Yeah. He's not going to be a guy in the live action, he's going to be a girl.
What's the
I don't want to
point?
watch it. I don't want to watch it.
So
He
cool.
was a crucial character. He was a crucial character in
He
that story.
actually felt hilarious.
No.
You're telling me they're changing him into a woman?
Yeah, but they don't have a problem with that. People have a problem with Nani and David not being dark enough.
What the fuck?
It's both are like, I'm looking at the picture of it. I think she looks fine for the role. She looks perfectly fine. Changing.
I even saw one
this
person
man
say
into a
not
woman-
just not dark enough, but she also said that she wasn't thick enough either.
What the hell?
Bro, I'm okay.
It's a
look,
Disney
I'm
Channel
sorry, I'm
movie. It's a
sorry.
Disney movie. It's a Disney movie. Excuse me. I don't think that should matter.
I want to say this. First off, if you're coming at somebody for their weight and saying they're not fat enough to be on screen, then we gotta. That should be just as bad as being like, fucking all this new age of like, don't call me fat because that's offensive.
And
Bro,
then
I'll tell you right now,
people
I
are out
lost
here,
weight because people called me fat.
people are out here calling them out, saying, "Oh, you have a problem with these characters not being dark enough. What about Velma being race swapped or Ariel from The Little Mermaid?" And they're like, "Well, those are fantasy characters." And it's like,
Yeah,
So
people
are
just pick and
fucking
choose.
Lilo and
Yeah,
Stitch, bro.
people just pick and choose on like certain topics,
Like,
stuff like that.
I don't care about a character's race. The problem I have with all this changing is they are iconic characters. Iconic characters have an iconic look that they are recognized for.
If you want to make something
It
different,
becomes a
then make it
problem
unique.
when you're changing this iconic character's iconic look like that.
Oh, wasn't it Ariel, the fucking fish?
Oh yeah,
princess?
Ariel is now fully black.
I saw
instead
the
of being
trailer.
White, red-haired.
I saw the trailer for it. I'm not even gonna lie. It looks boring, but I think it's gonna be just like another like forgettable
It's just
movie.
a cash grab. It's just
It
a
really-
cash grab
yeah.
to fucking to grab at the people like I fight for wokeness. You know, I fight
Yeah,
for
that's-
this. Like, no, you're
yeah.
not
Like-
fighting for anything.
I mean, like,
It looks like
if
it
they
could be
make,
like a fun movie, but it just doesn't
Like,
look like another.
let's make a live-action Princess and the Frog and make Princess Tiana white and see how they handle that.
Oh,
Like,
that
bro.
see
no,
that
no.
that personally
That's
that
awful.
was my biggest thing when Ariel got announced.
Like, bro,
I was like, why
you
don't you
can't-
just bring out that princess and keep the same race for that?
You can't,
Yeah.
you can't,
Culture.
you
Like,
can't
make
make
a
Princess
character.
Tiana white. She's fucking black. Like, she's iconically black.
If
I
they're
would
going
watch
to
that.
if they're going to make Ariel black, might as well go all the
That
way
picture.
and get the Old Spice guy.
But
as
now-
the
but,
fucking, as the
See-
fucking king.
There's another point I've been seeing for a while now that is really surprising if you look at it. If you pay attention to what characters they keep race swapping, it is always the gingers.
Really?
All the characters that they're
yeah.
making black have always been like almost always
Velma.
been gingers. The new the Flash TV series on the CW.
Yeah.
Kid Flash was a ginger.
Oh yeah, I completely forgot about that. He was. I still don't get that like entire thing. That was so dumb.
Like they're not just race swapping any characters. They're race swapping gingers.
That's crazy seeing that. That is crazy seeing that. But yeah.
Okay, I don't want to bring this up. Side topic. Remember that show She-Hulk?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The writers have gone out of their way to say, guys, we didn't just make a bad show. It was actually to troll all of y'all fucking horrible fucking people. It was to troll all of y'all.
But see, what makes me mad about all that stuff is they can make good stuff still. Like Moon Knight, that show was so fucking good.
Oh yeah.
To immediately follow up with She-Hulk, like what the fuck happened?
I'm upset.
Would you fire all the writers?
I remember seeing a clip of She-Hulk as well. She was twerking with Megan Thee Stallion in an office or something like that.
Yep. That was the clip everyone has seen. The show is so much worse too.
See,
Oh,
the part that got me most was I never actually watched it, but I heard there was a scene where she was comparing she was comparing Hulk's problems, which is like watching your family die and shit, to her problems of getting catcalled in the streets.
That's how you can. Are the writers mainly men or women?
Do you know? They're on the writers of She-Hulk are mainly women. But I also
Really?
want to make this known. On top of that, the people were writing. She-Hulk has comically been known as a lawyer. All right, this is factual. This is simple. The people have admitted that writing the show, we don't really know anything about law, and we have no clue how to write a very interesting trial scene.
What?
Then why use the character She-Hulk in the first place?
You literally have a budget to hire. I don't know. Bring in one of your million lawyers that you use for your company. Why don't you just ask them? What? That makes no sense.
Hire someone who knows.
You know,
It's so dumb.
You don't
And,
even have to hire
I-
a lawyer. You already have one.
So I watch a lot of Asmongold's takes on shit, and he recently reacted to a video talking about how woke media is breaking, like going like fucking everything up, and he made a really good point. Nobody would care if the characters were actually good.
That's fact.
Yeah.
His prime example was Nick Fury.
Oh, yeah.
In the comics,
Nick Fury was
Nick Fury
white.
was a white ginger.
Yep.
In
Really?
the movies,
Yep.
yes.
100%.
In the movies, they made him black. But it was Samuel L. Jackson playing Nick Fury, and it was good as fuck. So nobody cared.
It was,
Yeah, that's
What?
completely fair. That one is completely fair. Because I didn't realize that until I went back and replayed a PS2 game called Spider-Man Friend or Foe. That Nick Fury was white. Yeah, no, he was 100% white.
Yeah.
He wasn't just white. No, he was a ginger, wasn't he?
No, I believe he had
I think
brown hair.
it's like.
Oh,
brown.
he had
It's
brown
like
hair. Okay,
brown.
yeah, looking at
Was-
that.
yeah,
Looking at
I
this
didn't even
picture,
know
He
it's
had a
disgusting.
full head of hair. He had a full head of hair essentially. Then you have Samuel L. Jackson. I
did
don't
not know
mind.
that.
Samuel L. Jackson he killed that role. He 100%
Yeah.
killed that.
See,
Honestly, for a
It's-
person that's
it's
never
not-
even known about this, just seeing him firsthand, I thought he did that perfect. Because I didn't even know that was such a change like that.
But see, that's the thing. Like, people don't care if the characters are good. If you have if the characters are good, if the story is good, who cares? The problem is, they are sacrificing good characters and good story for the sake of this diversity that is making it bad. That's why people are getting so upset about it, because they're trying to go so woke with all this diversity that they're making their characters bad, they're making their stories bad, people don't like it.
And if it's not race
Nobody would
swapping,
care
it's
if the
gender
characters
swapping.
were good.
The Mario and Luigi movie got this exact same problem. People were shit talking it because like, bro, you have Chris Pratt as Mario, bro. It's fucking awful. You don't even have the main voice of Mario as voicing Mario.
I-
The
Bro.
dude who
I
voices
actually
Mario
enjoyed
is in the movie in the first 10 seconds. He's literally
is
like,
he?
he goes, it's too much Italian. He goes, no, keep it. Woohoo! And he does the Mario voice.
Yeah.
And then the guy who voices the fucking Luigi
Yeah.
from the Super Mario Bros. Fucking show back in the old times, fucking that one show, literally voices Luigi's uncle, like the uncle they have.
There's a reason the Super Mario Bros. Movie is like topping the box office right now. They made over 500 million in the first week.
Yeah.
They outperformed in their first week. They outperformed the Ant-Man movie in its first month.
I heard Ant-Man was not doing good as well.
I haven't seen it. I haven't seen anything about it, but if that's true, that kind of makes me sad because the first two Ant-Man movies were pretty good. Paul Rudd was really good. I enjoyed
the first two. But apparently in this next one, this one is supposed to be like an important character, like Thanos, whoever the main villain is. He's supposed to be even way stronger than him, or like the top guy or whatever. I forget his name. But
King
apparently
the
the story, Kane. But it's just like I don't know. Apparently the movie is it's not good.
Well, it had good potential because the story of King is there's like multiple different versions of him. Some of them are evil, some of them are like good or whatever, and like. He's creating an army of Kangs or whatever to take over the multiverse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's like a bigger threat because like Thanos was like, okay, the universe. Kang is the multiverse.
Yeah.
Let's talk
about another trash movie that put me to sleep and wasted a high for me in the theaters, and I'll never forgive it. The movie Eternals. Do you guys watch that?
Oh my
I have
God.
not. I heard it was bad.
The one with
I
Angelina
heard it was
Jolie.
bad, so I didn't even bother.
Dude, oh my gosh, that
could
movie
not.
was.
I never saw the movie. Is it that bad?
I would say out of every single thing I've ever seen Marvel do, like live action cartoon or whatever, this is the worst thing I've ever seen come out of Marvel. Personally, I hated that movie so many people hate that movie. Like it's universally hated. So I'm just letting you know.
But
I just heard it was boring as fuck.
But what was the reason?
It is.
How did they flop it?
Well, the reason is because nobody knows who Eternals is, and there's like 8 of these characters, main characters of this group that you have to like introduce their powers, where they come from, what are their personalities, what are their goals, this, that, and the other, like this whole entire thing, and it just becomes a huge mess. And motivations are kind of wonky. The reasons for not doing certain things there's like a lot of plot holes in it because it's such a huge group of people with only like 2-3 hours to introduce everybody, and then you also have who was the main villain again?
I'm not gonna lie. Looking at that picture that just got posted, that purple guy is giving me big Robbie Rotten vibes.
Yeah, and all of their abilities are like. All their abilities kind of suck unless you're with someone else, cause they're like not the greatest fighters. Not at least only certain ones of them that are like their abilities literally enhance them to fight. But yeah, Angelina Jolie's character was the worst one.
Oh god, not that movie. That movie.
Dragon Ball Evolution was the first thing I thought
10
of.
Okay, but see, I watched that movie. And I wouldn't have minded that movie if it wasn't a Dragon Ball movie.
Yeah, like okay.
I get that. Yeah, I get that.
Dragon Ball Evolution is a good movie, but it's not a good Dragon Ball movie. The fact they decided to use that is dumb. They could have literally took the name Dragon Ball out of it, took the balls out of it. Boom, the movie would have been fucking top 10 in the charts. Because everyone was like, "Oh my god, I can't wait to see this," and the director was like, "Oh, I just started reading this thing in like 5 weeks into production."
Yeah, I was gonna say I heard something about that. Like the guy wasn't even like really into the show at all. He was just I guess he must
why
have
do
wrote
people who don't like something keep getting put in charge of film that require like about that?
I don't know, like the fucking
Avatar. Like the fucking Halo show. Apparently, the fucking people who wrote the show don't even like Halo.
Oh no.
Yeah.
They actually generally hate it.
The fucking
Witcher 3.
The Witcher series. The Witcher series. Those people don't like the fucking
The main
games.
character does. Like
That's
he is
about
a super chill dude. He's the probably only. Oh my god! Don't even bring that one up. Don't even bring that one up. Spectre.
Bro,
the Avatar one was dog.
I watched that in theaters and the film
Okay.
burned on the screen.
Now, see. I talked to my stepdad about the Avatar one before.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, man, people say like the movie was really bad. People don't. And he's like, I thought the movie was good. And I was like, but the movie apparently just leaves out a lot of shit from the show. And he's like, well, I didn't watch the show. I thought the
Yeah,
movie was
Of
good.
course.
He's like,
My
if
favorite-
you if you
my
if you
favorite
if you didn't watch the show, the movie's pretty good.
Yeah, but the thing is that they're catering to an audience. They're making the movie to an audience, and they fucked up.
And they decide to just throw it in the garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the biggest thing, like the greatest way to go about it is if you want to like make a movie or an adaptation of something, cater to both people that are like grown up with it or like have, you know, memories or like experiences with this show. Cater to them a little bit, but you also have to cater to the people that have never watched it before and introduce it in a good way.
Now, okay, what do you guys think about The Legend of Korra?
The Legend of Korra.
Okay.
Good.
I like
Okay,
the fights. I didn't
will
really
give-
watch the show.
I will give it.
It's good.
I will give it. The show itself was fine. The manga was dog awful. Because after the show ends, there's manga that goes on to tell what happens later on. Literally, the first problem they face is that Korra is like, "Hey, mom, I'm lesbian," and
Yeah,
then
that was
she's like,
such
"Oh, okay,
a
I'm not super
Alright.
comfortable with that, but I'm proud of you." And then
Okay.
she's like, "Oh my god, I can't believe people won't accept it."
Wait.
Like, no, the show was fine. Like, I love
See,
the characters. Julie,
I-
do the thing.
I didn't really like the show after the first season.
Yeah, first season.
I
was
only
good.
watched the
First season
fights.
was
The
fire.
first season was good, but then the second season they started getting into women empowerment. They made the guys look like assholes, and then they made her start liking the other girl.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm
Fun
like,
fact
what is
about-
this? This is
Out of
fucking shit.
nowhere,
I don't
by the
like
way.
this. I'm not watching this anymore.
Out of nowhere, bro. These two had never gotten along, and out of nowhere, and then randomly, just all
No,
the guys become the worst thing in
No,
fucking
these
history.
two, they were actually forced. They weren't even meant to be in the story lesbian wise. And then someone's like, "Let's make them lesbians." All right.
It's like literally 100% what happened.
It did.
Yeah, I
It's
honest,
like, so dumb.
I honestly think the show would have been much better if they would have kept her with that one guy.
I say
Yeah,
I
Wait,
like.
should have been a main story about this guy right here.
Yeah.
I say I
She was
like the
insanity.
contrast. I love the contrast between Aang and Kara is because Aang he wanted peace. He had all this power, but
Yeah.
he never wanted to fight. He was forced into it. Kara wanted to be like at this powerful avatar, but she's living in a time of peace. So I like the contradiction between them. It's
Yeah.
unfortunate the story didn't go too well that you guys are telling me, but I actually like that one contradiction between the two.
Dude, on top of that, oh, sorry,
Mhm.
go ahead.
I was just gonna talk about some of like their abilities, but I'll talk about it after.
But
Okay, I was just gonna say, like, on top of that. Okay, so I know you've at least seen the first like episode, Devin. Like not the episode,
Yeah.
but like the first season of original Avatar.
Yeah.
So remember how the Avatar state was something Aang struggled to grasp. No matter what he did, he just could not handle the Avatar state.
He could do it,
Yeah.
but he would lose
Yeah.
control.
you know what would have been
Korra could just do it automatically, slip her fingers whenever she wants.
You know what would have been great that to replace Korra
Yeah,
show
that's
entirely?
literally just something she can do because she's that. She already mastered all 4 elements. She just went to the air temple.
She was a prodigy in 3 of the 4 elements. She only struggled with air.
She got the
Well, I mean, it's
plot armor jerk
understandable.
offhand.
But I mean, it's kind of understandable because like Aang was alone trying to like figure out how to like become stronger and like do all these abilities or whatever. Kara is
Yeah.
like surrounded by all these people, so it's like I understand.
No,
that.
no. They didn't even teach her much shit. She already was talented.
Yeah,
from
she
the
she was
get-go.
she was just a prodigy.
Yeah, she was in the water tribe,
Oh,
by the way. She was
just a
she They're
montage?
supposed to learn nothing
Yeah.
of that. No, she just appeared
Like,
saying, "I'm
what-
the Avatar. Deal
Yep.
with it."
It literally
Literally
opened
the
up.
first sentence.
It opened up with her as a kid busting through a wall with fire and shit. Like, I'm the Avatar.
Yeah,
And she said the exact words, "Deal with it."
Boom, boom, boom. Just fucking.
What a picture.
Yeah,
You
she was a prodigy at the other 3 elements. She just couldn't do airbending.
Yeah, for some reason.
I think I've told this to
airbending- Yeah.
No, you can you go.
I was gonna say the reason why is because like spirits. reason. That's the reason. Spirits.
Go, man.
Fair enough.
Fun fact.
Yeah,
I think I've
first-
already told Spectre about this, but did you guys
Yeah.
know that nobody can actually see anything happening?
Yeah.
What?
Then you don't really
So-
see the shit.
So you know the fire bending temple. Whenever they finally show that and everybody's fire bending, if you were there in person, you can't see the fire. No, I take it back. No. airbending. You can't see it. That's what it is.
The air.
So
only the airbending.
whenever
it's just force.
whenever Ong's on the the air ball moving around, people just see him floating. They don't see anything. So that's why the avatars were the most feared, is because you can't see anything they do. And another fun fact is Demon Slayer is the exact same way, but it's to all the abilities. Nobody can see anything that's going on in there except for the sword.
Like this. Normal people would not be able to see all that. You just see
that was fucking cool.
Eyes.
That was fucking cool. That shit was fucking cool. She literally got the oxygen took out of her.
That was cool.
Okay. I'm sorry to tell you. That is probably the coolest thing I've ever seen in the show. Okay. I was like, bro, why didn't Aang not use that, bro? Fucking just walk up. Fucking oxygen's gone, bitch. Die. So much easier, bro. Dude, the fucking series would be so much shorter if Appa ate people, bro.
That'd probably be considered an evil thing like bloodbending.
That's what I was gonna say. That was that, because Ong can't do that. He was the peaceful person. He wasn't gonna do that.
The series would have been so much shorter if Appa just ate every enemy.
Katara learned bloodbending, but then she never did it because how evil and wrong it was.
I've seen
that was a cool episode. I actually like that episode.
I've seen a lot of fanfic
I
pictures.
think all of us would have agreed, if they made a show instead of Korra. I mean, a lot of good things were in Korra, but...
Well, no, see, Korra would have been good if they would have kept on the same path as the first season. It's just after the first season, they started changing so much.
Yeah. No,
they have that, Spencer. It's in the works right now. They literally have a whole series coming out about the adult years of them that's gonna go through the books.
Yeah, I was gonna say
the whole book where fucking what's his name?
All of us,
fire guy.
All of us would
Zuko.
love to see them as their
Zuko.
young adults.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. They actually have it made now. They're getting it made out and getting ready to put out because they're having it go through the books. Because there was books that talked about what happened with Zuko having to control the entire Fire Nation, and the Earth people being like, "Get the Fire Nation people out of here. The war is over. Leave." And people were like, well, we fucking live here, we actually live in this area. We've lived here for a while. And then Aang gets all pissed off at Zuko. He's like, bruh, take your fire people out of here. And he's like, bro, no. That's fucked up what you're doing. And literally, it's actual good books. And they're actually not finally getting it done. They're finally getting it done, which would be so hype.
That's awesome. Unless they're doing something good.
It makes you sad, though. If they would have done that from the start, it would have been so good.
Oh yeah, some of these side abilities of Avatar was the fucking laser, the lightning, the lava bending.
I forgot about that stuff.
The one chick invented metal bending.
Yeah, metal bending. That was another one.
Okay, yeah, she was cool. Okay, and then when they brought fucking Toph back, even better.
Toph.
I was gonna say Toph. Yeah, Toph.
Yeah,
Toph is Toph. Toph is Toph. You know what I mean?
She invented metal bending.
Yeah, dude, literally Toph is just 100% the best.
She got captured, and the guys were straight up, earthbending doesn't work on metal, idiot. And she was like, oh yeah, watch me.
Watch me, motherfuckers.
And I always thought the coolest thing about her was how she was introduced as blind, just fighting people, and you can see how
her fucking jokes. Her fucking jokes throughout the show were fucking amazing.
Oh yeah, just a sarcasm all the time.
That was the cool thing with the animation, the way you're talking about, Devin. The whole tremor sense thing.
Yeah,
that was so good. That was so good. They made her character so interesting, and they just completely shit on it. They use her, but they only use her because she was a good character in Korra. Mm-hmm. That's it. Literally, oh my god, my mom is actually fucking Toph, the fucking police lady. Oh, okay, makes sense, I guess, but also, you just can't pull that out of your ass, but okay.
Yeah, and I've seen her training Kara in a scene, I think it was on YouTube or whatever.
Oh yeah.
And they really put her into the old lady humor. They really threw her into that instead of keeping her dry or whatever. She's just kooky. Yeah, looking at that, she's just so senile. I love it.
You want to hug someone? Go hug a tree.
Yeah.
The exact words she says.
Well, that's a very tough thing though.
That is fair.
Toph was just very sarcastic and sassy.
That's what made her the best character, except for maybe Sokka, and Sokka was only the best character because I could relate to him, wanting to get with every woman.
Bro, I saw a whole theory about why Sokka was such a good fighter because he was learning the bending styles but applying them to weapons.
I think. Wait, I was gonna say
This man literally learned tons of fighting styles from every nation they visited.
I'm pretty sure Sokka and Toph like had a kid or some shit. Not really sure.
I mean, hey, that's the theory is that Sokka got with her, and then they had the 2 kids she had, and then he just ended up staying with one girl.
Yeah.
That was a theory.
No, because Zuko was supposed to end up with the depressed Fire Nation girl.
Yeah.
And then Sokka had the moon chick before she became the moon, and then ended up with going towards the Earth Nation chick.
Spectre.
The Earth Nation like ninja chick. What was, I forget her name.
I'm like drawing a blank.
Oh,
I'm gonna have to
girl,
like look
yeah.
up character list. Oh
There's
yeah.
also
her.
fucking- and also her, and there was a fucking what's her name? I don't know her name because like
Oh,
I
yeah.
fucking that's a
that-
badass song.
I actually wanted them to be like the thing.
Oh yeah.
I actually liked their relationship. It was cool. I see we're going down memory lane today, boys.
Memory
Let's
lane.
see.
Bro, the whole scene with the Sokka and Zuko on the fucking air balloon thing, and he's telling him about his girlfriend becoming the moon, and so Zuko's
Sounds
like,
rough, buddy.
That's rough.
just that fucking, just like bro, you know in Zuko's head he's like, bro, is he being real or is he just saying his girlfriend left him? Like I don't know in this world, bro.
She
So the man just
literally
kinda
became
just-
the moon.
Like, buddy, I'm sorry to hear your girlfriend broke up with you. No, she actually became the moon. Like, I mean, she literally is the moon, like, just watching over us.
Bro, that's fucked. Oh, actually,
oh,
here's
damn.
a good question. Would
What's
you
up?
live in the Avatar universe?
The question is, am I a
Depends.
bender, and do I get to choose what element?
I was gonna say yeah, it depends. It just depends.
Okay.
Because I don't want to be in Antarctica.
You
All right, I
can-
don't give a fuck.
you are-
Water Nation ain't worth it.
You are a bender, but it's not of choice.
Okay?
I don't.
So I don't get to choose. But
That's
am I
fine
in
for
the
me.
Antarctica? Am I in Antarctica? Yes or no?
Do you have a coin? Let's flip a coin.
That's what I'm
Let's
going
flip
to see
coins.
if you're in Antarctica.
Yeah.
No, honestly though, like, if
Probably, honestly, probably, yeah. They have so much interesting creatures there. They have like so many mixes. Like, there's literally a joke in the show. It's like she lost her bear, her rabbit bear, right? No, her bear, her squirrel bear. No, their bear, just a regular bear. What? That's so weird. Like, there's literally a joke in there. Fucking the Avatar bear joke.
Oh, okay.
I feel like being a firebender would be cool, but I think their history.
I
is not
would
so grand.
want to be an airbender, but in all honesty, if I were a bender, I think I would probably be a waterbender.
If you were an airbender, you'd have to start in the Korra section because that's the only way.
Dude, probably I'd probably end up being an airbender, but I'd probably be one of the ones that died during Avatar.
I was
Damn.
gonna say,
Either
yeah,
or like I switched over to the
Like,
Fire Nation,
air-
pretending to wield fire with air.
Airbending is so cool, but in all actuality, based on like myself, I think I would actually end up being like a waterbender or something.
I'm too much of
I
a
think I'd do-
pacifist to really pick fights.
I think I do earthbending, to be honest.
Earthbending?
Yeah. I think I do earthbending.
Hey girl, you want to see me move a mountain? Want to see me do it again?
What would you
See,
be,
that's-
Spectre? Your personality-wise.
Personality-wise.
Based on his personality, I'd say Spectre would probably be a firebender.
Oh.
I could see it. Dude, we
I
should
can
get
see
together
Spectre
and make the
choosing,
new
but I
Avatar.
can see Spectre in the, like waterbend, to be honest.
Waterbending.
I could see that. I can honestly see that.
Yeah, Pengu would definitely be an airbender, like that little kid from The Legend of Korra.
Dude, that's literally would be me though. That actually would be me, legitimately.
That is true.
I would be
I'll
sitting there
either
like,
burn
bruh.
people or fucking bloodbend them.
Oh, fuck it, dude. Bloodbending always seemed so cool in the show. I was like, bro, people can just do that shit? Like, fucking, your blood is in my control. Like, bro, that's such a cool, unique ability.
It's just they're dumb. Like all they need to do is like, okay, waterbend the body, sure, but waterbend that fucking heart, though. You can basically crush that shit instantly.
Dude, there was
Oh,
so
Kendo
many
was
ways
included.
the fucking people could do stuff in that show that was so crazy, and it's just like Pika brought up the first season of Korra was good. That's because a guy literally took bending away. Like that was the biggest thing in the entire show. The guy said literally, "You're bending, gone.
Go on.
Good
Well-
luck, Avatar." And
He didn't actually like get rid of it. What was
no,
it
he just
he suppressed
where
it.
she couldn't. Yeah. Then she had to like go mentally and fix it herself because apparently it was all in her mind.
Be gone. Thought.
Yeah.
Ah, shit, dude. It was such a good first season to start too. She's like, oh my god, this Avatar. But then, okay, you want to know a character written badly on purpose though? Look at Ahsoka Tano. From the original Star Wars Clone Wars, she was the worst character to introduce.
I thought a lot of people liked Ahsoka.
Oh, they do because she. Okay, there's a good way to write a bad. There's a good way to write a bad character, and there's a bad way to write a bad character. So Ahsoka Tano was written bad on purpose. She literally disregarded the mainstream Jedis, talked shit about Yoda, and all that stuff. Then later on, you see her start growing and like understanding that, oh my god, I'm an idiot. I need to understand that Anakin's actually teaching me good shit. You know, and then it became so good when she went on her own adventure and became like a fucking, what are they called now? When she has the white lightsabers instead of like the regular, because she's no longer Jedi.
Yeah, Rosario Dawson. I'm seeing something.
The neutral guys. Yeah.
But hey, at least she dies from him. I mean, that's great.
Like that shit was fucking lit, and then seeing her in Star Wars Rebels, oh my fucking god, bro! I was so hyped. I was like, holy shit!
I think I watched. No, I watched the Clone Wars. I think that's what it was. I watched. Wasn't she in that?
The last thing she sees when she dies.
I'm gonna be honest though. I've never fully watched anything Star Wars.
Me neither.
I've never seen the movies. I've never really seen the shows.
I've seen the movies.
The only thing I can say is I've played through all of Lego Star Wars 3.
That's fair. God. Dude, fucking, I watched through all of them, but I watched through Clone Wars way later on. Like, I actually picked it up because they brought the 7th season out. So I actually had to go back and rewatch all 6 seasons. And I'm going to tell you, it's really well written for a kid's show. They even had, like, the whole thing with the clones having the inhibitor chips in them. Like, that's why they turned against the Jedi. Like, they had that entire scene where the guy is, like, struggling to realize what's going on. And he tells everyone, like, there's chips inside of us. It's going to make us kill the Jedi. And nobody listens.
That was so sad.
Mm-hmm. It was so fucked. He literally warned everybody and then got killed.
When you see the show, like, there's so many numerous opportunities where Darth Vader didn't have to be Darth Vader. Where a lot of things could have just changed.
Dude, literally... He just needed someone to talk to about his things, but Jedis don't have feelings, so...
Yeah, literally, a stormtrooper was telling you, hey, yo, something's not right here. I think we're about to do something bad. Jedi, yeah, I'm not gonna listen to you. Alright, bye. 3 days later.
Swear to God, bro.
We're gonna kill you. Oh, shit. I should've listened. Ah.
Dude, I've been looking through... because we were talking about like Nickelodeon for like a little minute. Been looking through like the old shows that came around that time, and I landed on number 52, a show that made it so awkward to have a conversation with anybody about, the Naked Brothers Band. You guys ever watch that show?
Oh my god, dude, yes.
That show was so uncomfortable to talk about because everybody was like, the Naked Brothers Band? Why are you watching that? They're not naked. It's just the name of their band. It's just they were all in a bathtub and they just I don't know, dude. It was such a weird way to explain that show. I enjoyed it.
It was just a horrible name.
Naked Brothers Band crawled. So what's the other one called? Big Bang Theory, Big Time Rush. Could walk. There you go.
Oh yeah, Big Time Rush, dude, it was so good.
Bro, you know what came before Big Time Rush though? Fucking Jonas.
Okay, the Jonas Brothers were. I hated them as a kid. I hated them as a kid because there was so much fangirling about them.
They started off with their own show on Disney Channel.
Yeah,
about their life. No,
they had a show. They had a show.
Oh,
they just didn't let. It was okay. It was okay. Dude, I kind of want to list off all these shows, but there's like so many.
Fanboy and Chum Chum.
Yeah, I'm seeing that. Rugrats hated it.
Rugrats.
Hey Arnold hated it. Cat Dog hated it. Blue's Clues was cool. Danny Phantom.
Blue's Clues was my shit when I was younger, but only with Steve. Anybody after Steve, I didn't care.
Dude, literally, I remember when Steve came back to like say, "Oh, I'm glad we're still friends." Bro, I was in my factory parking lot, dude. My fucking eyes were bawling.
I'm like,
I had to go back into work and explain what I fucking read because I was on my lunch break.
Yeah, my mom still explains to me. I used to want to watch Blue's Clues all the time, but I would specifically only say only Blue's Clues Steve.
Yeah, because he was so good. Like, Steve did a perfect job, and they brought him away. I remember my mom even said, after they changed the host, you stopped watching the show. Like,
Yeah,
it
'cause
almost
it's
as if you actually just liked the character, Steve.
Yeah, it's because it's like, I don't know. It's because like you kind of, as a child, and you see like this man here with like this story, you kind of build like a parasocial relationship with him. So once he's gone, it just, I don't know. It feels like you're working at a job.
I mean, it's like it's not like there's anything wrong with there's not anything wrong with Joe, the second guy. Like Joe was okay,
fine.
but
Like,
like
he was fine.
Blue's Clues Steve was just Blue's Clues Steve.
That's like, it's hard to compete with Blue's Clues Steve, man.
Just OG all that.
That's true.
Now let's talk about one of my favorites.
The Wiggles?
Backyardigans. The Backyardigans for Nickelodeon.
Hey, your backyard friends, the Backyardigans.
I punch a knee out just to go watch that, man. I love that show. Love that show.
Oh, God.
We've been talking about, this is going to be the last one, but the Wild Thornberries was a 0 out of 10. We can move on.
Yeah, the one that was pretty good. I still remember him.
That was a 0 out of 10.
We can wild guy.
Are we doing an extended episode today?
I mean, we can, or we can end it here. This is pretty much just a nostalgic boost. What do y'all want to do? What do y'all want to do?
Well, if we want to end it here, we should do it on a heater. We should find a heater to end it off.
Do it.
Okay.
Hang
number one cartoon. What was your guys' top cartoon growing up? Your absolute favorite.
Ooh, I'm googling. I gotta Google it. Hang on.
All right, I'm gonna start with mine then. As I said before, I took a very hard liking to the original Teen Titans. Like, I saw moral wisdom with that shit. If it couldn't be that, then the second very place would probably be Avatar, the original series. 'Cause I like shows that taught you things. Because when I was a kid, I was like, oh my god, big brain.
Now, see, as much as I want to say Teen Titans, because I do really love that show, history proves that my most watched shit was the original Pokemon Indigo League and the first few movies.
That's fair. Pokemon was really good too.
Literally, the first time I was allowed to stay home alone, my mom only let me do it because a Pokemon movie was coming on.
You know where you're gonna be at.
Pokemon 2000, fucking a great movie. Pokemon Forever with Celebi, oh my fucking god, that was a great movie.
Okay, so
Pokemon Indigo League, great season.
It's in between Samurai Jack and like Hey Arnold. Fucking that could be a show.
Oh, that's fair.
Actually, no. One that'll top them both is actually simple. Ed, Ned, and Eddie.
Oh, okay. Yeah, honestly, that's pretty good.
That one was really good too. That one's up there.
Love Ed, Ned, and Eddie.
There's a fucking Chuckle Sandwich. Jay Schlatt and Ted Nivison did a tier list of cartoons, and they ranked Ed, Ed and Eddie low. They called it musty. They said it was a very musty cartoon.
What the fuck?
I mean, it kinda. I mean,
like,
it had its moments of it.
They just said it looked musty. It was like, but it was a good show.
It was a good show, but they did look weird though. I say my favorite has to be the Benton Alien Force when he's older, because I love like how dark it gets and how more serious it gets, and they have the ultimate forms now, to like go from one form and then upgrade to the other, blah blah blah. I think that has to be, and Kevin's character I think was one of my favorites. And what was Gwen? I like how she was able to like control her abilities a lot better. I just love that one. I love that show. So much.
Okay, so there you have it. Top 4 cartoons. We had Teen Titans, the original Pokemon. What did Spectre say again?
Ed, Ned, and Eddie.
Ed, Ed, and Eddie.
And
Benton Alien Force.
Yeah.
Buddy.
So we all agree Cartoon Network was the best channel then?
Honestly, out of all this,
Because we all we all four just listed Cartoon Network shows.
I did notice that when we were like, if I would pick Nickelodeon, I'd pick SpongeBob. If I pick Nickelodeon.
If I picked Nickelodeon, I'd have to go Invader Zim.
Invader Zim all the way.
Yeah.
And then Disney Channel.
Disney Channel.
Disney Channel.
Dude, okay, I'm gonna sound like a dumbass, but I actually enjoyed The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody.
Wizards of Waverly Place all the way.
Dude, that was such a fucked up show. Literally, at the end, you have to fight your own family to keep your powers.
Only one of them gets to keep their power.
Yeah, and the other one has to forget about everything.
Favorite show on that? It would have to be
Mine's That's So Raven.
I think.
What about Corey in the House?
Corey in the House.
No.
He wasn't there.
Do you guys remember? A show called The Replacements?
The Replacements.
Called The Replacement. It's about these two kids who have parents that are like spies or whatever, and it's like in certain situations they would call somebody if they need it. Like call. I forget what it was about.
Weren't they like orange-haired cartoon characters?
Yeah, at least the son was. I do know that. At least the son was. Oh, the both of them. No, they both were. No, the mom was a spy. The dad was a stunt dude.
Yeah, stunt dude, dad, spy agent, fucking mom, and fucking the orange-haired kids are the fucking adopted ones.
The reason it was my favorite just because of like it was niche. Nobody talked about it, and I felt like just because it wasn't that popular is what made it my favorite. I think is what made it my favorite. I love the idea.
Man, I don't know why, but just the name The Replacements for a moment, I thought of Phil of the Future. Have you guys ever seen that?
Phil of the Future, 21st century man. Yeah, of course, dude. I would wake up in the morning to that song.
Do you guys remember? Okay, I can't remember the two shows' names. One guy's a space dude from the future. He comes with a robot. They have a kid with the nerd glasses, and they go travel through time. They're time cops. Wait,
Futurama?
Show? No, wait, hold on.
I'm kidding.
Wait, was it time cops? Or cops?
I don't think I know that one.
Cartoon
I don't either.
show.
Phil of the Future was a live action
they
one about a
space
family
cops,
coming back
maybe?
from the future, and they
They're called Time Squad.
Oh, Time Squad.
They look familiar. I don't think I've ever watched it though. I've definitely seen these characters before, but I've never watched it. Yeah.
They're funny.
What was the other one? You said there were two.
Two. What's the other one I was talking about?
I don't know. That's what we're asking.
You haven't said it yet. You said there were two. So.
No.
As the intro suggests.
I miss El Tigre. El Tiger. I forgot how you pronounce it.
Yeah.
It was like a Mexican.
Nacho Libre was good too.
It was a cartoon based on like Mexico. It was cool.
Nacho.
Oh yeah, here it is. Yeah, that's the one I was talking
Luchador.
about. Never mind. Puma Loco.
Yay! Yay! I love that show.
His
love
grandpa
that show.
was fucking fire.
Spoons. Do you guys really know that reference from this? Spoons. There's a character.
Oh!
Yeah.
Hold on.
How you spell Luchador?
You'll see.
Neutron?
Luchador.
Oh, Lucha.
Lucha.
This cartoon right here.
Better be a heater.
Oh,
That's
dude,
a
that game was
good
a
one.
That show,
Shaolin
Showdown
Bro,
was so
bro.
fucking good.
I'm gonna send you my address. Hang on.
I
just come
love
by
the
anytime you
fucking
want for it.
American
Just me.
cowboy
This one?
character. Oh, Muka Luka was so good too.
Man, cartoons suck now.
Dude,
Dude,
Yeah.
what do you mean, bro? They have Bendy's going to school coming out, bro. What you mean, bro?
What did you just say to me?
Bendy's going to school, bro.
What?
That's the show that's coming out
It's
about
a-
him, Bendy, and all his problems being a teenager.
Yeah, about his gay and shit.
But to be honest,
It's nothing
if
to do
we
with
were
this
to
game.
watch,
Nothing to do with this game.
Okay, but to be fair, Disney Channel did have one good recent one.
which one? Was it?
What?
I'm trying to remember what the meme was.
But to be honest, if we were to watch these back, like now, like
Would they hold
as
up
adults, would they hold up? That's the thing.
That's
I feel like a good number
Avatar
of them will.
did.
SpongeBob did after all these years. People only
Oh,
watch
yeah,
the old
it's good
shows.
Yes.
I knew.
The
The
code.
code.
The code.
The
The code.
I never actually watched it, but I've only ever heard good things about that new Mickey Mouse cartoon.
Yeah, it's actually decent.
Only good things
Whatever.
are. It's crazy.
All right, let's actually end the thing here. This was a little extended episode. We got an extra 15 minutes in.
Yeah.
But if you guys want Devin back as a guest or as a fucking full-time host, make that known.
Let's go.
You might
Honestly-
have to become a VTuber to become one of the V-Boys, Devin.
Oh
Yeah.
boy,
You
it's a
to
big
convert your soul
transition.
to VTuberism.
The transition
What's
it
this?
has begun.
I'm holding my chest right now.
Whoa.
All right. Well, if you guys did enjoy them, please leave a like and let us know. Other than that, I guess we'll see y'all in the next one. We're gonna keep this as positive and as continually going as we can. We're hoping not to take another 5-year gap.
Lol.
See you later, guys.
Bye.
Bye. See ya.